Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Tonight, we're going somewhere truly special. A place whispered about in late-night stories and local legends. We're heading to the old St. Jude's Memorial Hospital. This place closed its doors over 30 years ago. But some people say, not everyone left. They talk about shadows in the windows, whispers in the empty corridors, and a strange feeling that you're being watched. The most persistent rumor that after midnight, the hospital comes alive, with shadowy figures still walking the halls, as if they read patients waiting for a doctor who will never arrive. We've got our gear, we've got our courage, and we're going in to see if the stories are true. Are you ready? Let's do this. All right, we've just made it inside. Look at this place. It's like a time capsule from another era. You can almost smell the antiseptic in the air, mixed with decades of dust and decay. Peeling paint, rusted gurneys, and patient files scattered across the floor. Every step we take echoes through these silent halls. It's incredibly eerie, but also fascinating. The sheer size of this hospital is overwhelming. Miles of corridors, hundreds of rooms, each one with its own untold story. The sun has set, and the only light we have is from our flashlights. The atmosphere in here is getting heavier by the minute. It's just past 10 p.m., so we have a couple of hours before the witching hour, which is when most of the reported activity is said to begin. Let's start by exploring the main reception area and the emergency wing. Stick close. We're now in what looks like the old emergency room. You can see the bays where they would have treated patients. There's a gurney here, just left in the middle of the room, with its leather straps still intact. It's chilling to think about the life and death situations that unfolded right where we're standing. The team is setting up some of our static cameras and audio recorders in this area, as a lot of reports mention disembodied voices and strange noises coming from the ER. The air feels so cold right here. My breath is fogging up. It's a noticeable temperature drop from the hallway we just came from. Let's check the old nurses' station. Wow, look at this. An old rotary phone, logbooks, and even a half-empty cup of coffee. Now just a solid black disc. It's like the staff just vanished in the middle of their shift. This place holds so many secrets. Let's keep moving and head up to the patient wards on the second floor. Okay, we've made our way up to the second floor. This is the general patient ward. A long, dark corridor stretches out in front of us, lined with doors on both sides. Most of them are slightly ajar, which is really unsettling. It's like an invitation. We're going to pick a room and see what we can find. Let's try this one, room 204. As I push the door open, the creak is just deafening in the silence. Inside, it's a standard two-bed room. The beds are still made, covered in a thick layer of dust. There's a small nightstand between them with a Bible still on it. It feels so personal, like we're intruding. You can't help but wonder about the people who spent their final days here, looking out this very window. The energy in this room feels different. It's not menacing, just sad. A deep sense of melancholy hangs in the air. We'll leave a camera running in here, just in case. Now, let's check out the maternity ward at the other end of the hall. We're now in the maternity ward. This area has a completely different vibe. There's a strange mix of hope and sorrow. You can see faded stencils of cartoon animals on the walls. Here's the nursery. Look through the glass. A row of empty bassinets, just waiting. Reports from other explorers mention hearing the faint sound of a baby crying coming from this wing. It's one of the most famous legends of St. Jude's. We're setting up our most sensitive audio equipment in here. The silence is profound, but you find yourself listening, straining to hear something, anything. I have to be honest, my heart is pounding. This part of the hospital feels the most emotionally charged. To think of all the new lives that began here, but also the potential tragedies. It's a powerful and humbling experience to stand in a place like this. The clock is ticking, and it's getting closer to midnight. We need to head towards the surgical wing. We're now heading down to the basement, where the surgical suites and the morgue are located. The temperature has dropped again, and there's a damp, earthy smell in the air. This is the part of the hospital that most people fear, and for good reason. These stairs are rickety, so we have to be careful. Okay, we're in the main basement corridor. The surgical theaters are through these double doors. Let's push them open. Wow. The operating room, the main surgical lamp, is still hanging over the table. You can see the viewing gallery up there where students or other doctors would have watched the procedures. The level of decay down here is much worse. Everything is covered in rust and what looks like mold. This is where the most skilled hands worked to save lives. It's an intense place to be. It's now 11:55 p.m. 5 minutes to midnight. We're going to set up our main base camp here in the surgical wing and wait. If the stories are true, things are about to get very interesting. It's now 12:15 a.m. We've been sitting here in near silence for the last 20 minutes. The whole team is on edge, listening. A few minutes ago, our audio tech, Sarah, thought she heard a faint whisper on her headphones. We're replaying it now. It's hard to make out, but there's definitely something there. It sounds like a voice, but we can't discern any words. It didn't sound like anyone from our team. We've all been completely quiet. And just now, as I was speaking, did you see that? In the hallway behind me. A flicker of movement. I saw a shadow move across the doorway. Let's go check the hallway camera footage. Okay, we've got the footage. Watch this. Right there. You can see it. A tall, dark shadow moves from left to right, just at the edge of the frame. There's no one there. We're all in this room. That was not a member of our crew. My heart is racing. The legends are true. There is something walking these halls after midnight. We've decided to do a walkthrough of the main corridor where we saw the shadow. We have our MF meters out, and they're going crazy right in this spot. The readings are spiking way above the baseline. There's a significant electromagnetic field here that wasn't present before. And the air is ice cold. It feels like walking into a freezer. We're trying to communicate, asking if anyone is here with us. We're using a spirit box, a device that scans radio frequencies, which some believe spirits can use to form words. For a while, there was nothing but static. But then, a few distinct words came through. We clearly heard help and cold. It was a chilling moment. We're not alone in here. It feels like we've made contact with something. Perhaps a former patient who is still lingering, reliving their final moments. It's a deeply profound and somber realization. This isn't just a scary place. It's a place of trapped memories. We're now in the final hour of our investigation. The activity seems to have intensified. We're hearing more and more unexplainable noises. A door just slammed shut down the hall. We all heard it. We're going to investigate, but we're moving as a group. The door that slammed was from room 204. The room we visited earlier, with the Bible on the nightstand. When we came in, this door was wide open. Now it's shut tight. There's no draft in here, no wind. There's no logical explanation for it. We're going to try and open it. It's stuck. It feels like something is holding it from the other side. This is incredible. After a few tries, we managed to get it open. The room is exactly as we left it, except for one thing. The Bible on the nightstand, which was closed, is now open. We are the only ones here. This is some of the most compelling evidence we have ever captured. This hospital isn't just abandoned, it's occupied. Our time at St. Jude's Memorial is coming to an end. The sun will be rising soon. What an incredible night. We came here to investigate the legends, and what we found went beyond anything we could have expected. We captured a shadow figure on camera, recorded disembodied voices asking for help, and witnessed objects moving on their own. This place is not empty. The stories, the whispers, they're all true. It is a humbling reminder that some places hold on to their history and their energy long after the living have departed. We treated this place with the utmost respect, and we hope we were able to give a voice to those who may still be lingering here. Thank you for joining us on this unforgettable journey into the abandoned hospital that still has patients at night. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next investigation. Stay safe, and see you next time.